What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I've been so freaking busy lately, I haven't had a chance to film at all because I've been moving house, and if you guys know anything about moving houses, it's just the most annoying, stressful thing that you can do because you just have to get all of your stuff and then put it in another place, which is the definition of moving house, I guess. But you realize how much crap you have, and it's just, we threw out like half of our stuff. I'll do an MTV crib style video for you guys of the new house once we're all set up because it's pretty cool. And one of you guys said you were keen to see more lifestyle stuff, so you ask and I deliver. But we're back, woo! And we're working on the beautiful Datsun today. Look at this thing with its turbo clocked in a super weird position at the moment. So basically the story is we're getting the Datsun prepared to go on the dyno. 90% there, but it's always the last 10% that take the most amount of time. Same can be said for anything really, but we're almost there and I'm freaking stoked. So today, basically I'm working on a couple of little things. Off camera, I have mounted our LS coil nicely. It's got a little rib nut under here and it's all mounted beautifully, so I'm very happy about that. We've also been fiddling around with our throttle cable, so we actually made a throttle cable here out of a BMW throttle cable that I had lying around. Thanks to Woz and Quina for helping us out, but that's all kind of nicely in there. All I have to do is modify the stock accelerator cable, the angle a little bit, because we're not getting full throw on the throttle when I'm pushing down on it, but that's very, very simple and easy to do. I'll probably do that off camera because it's not a very fun job and you guys don't need to see that. But today we're dealing with the hot side and heat management. So a couple of you guys reached out in the comments and you said, hey Mike, you're making me nervous. I think you might have some fires in the future with how close everything is. And obviously I'm well aware of how close everything is, and the plan is to tidy it all up, yeah? So we have our power steering lines, which I've actually already undone and clocked. So now that they're much further away from our exhaust, which is nice, we're also going to cover these up with some heat shielding stuff. There's also these electrical lines that go through the center of our kind of J-pipe turbo manifold that we've got here and our exhaust. So that's going to be covered with some beautiful heat wrap stuff as well. Very simple. And then as you can see here, we've got heat sleeve on our spark plug leads, and that pretty much fixes our problem when it comes to them being too close to our dump pipe. And then we're also heat wrapping this section of our dump pipe to keep all of the heat inside of it, and that should pretty much mitigate all of our heat worries, which is nice, and we should be pretty much back in the game, which is cool. So I'm just kind of taking care of that stuff on this side. And then we need to pull some fuel out of the ECU, and we've got some brand new BKR 7E spark plugs here that we're going to whip in the car, and then we're going to run it up with the intercooler piping on, all clamped up properly for the first time, and kind of make sure that she's running all good. And then got so much more to do, just so many little things. We've got our kind of power steering bracket here that we need to spray and make look all nice. A couple of things on the motor that we need to spray paint and kind of make look nice, and then we need to install all that, and yeah, just constantly moving through the little jobs, getting that good. Just heaps of little things that we're going to do, but hopefully by the end of this video we have a nice ready to dyno Datsun, which is just very exciting. I know I said last video that we should be dynoing next video, but Dr. Drift is away for the Easter weekend, and I just took that as an opportunity to really take my time and do things right so that when we get to the dyno, it's not stressful, it's super chill, and we can hopefully just have a really smooth dyno run. So that's the thought process anyway, who freaking knows. Whew. But that's where we're at. Shane and Matt from Elite Brake and Mechanical coming down. They are helping me prepare the 36 for our next competition. It's now a winning car, which I'm very stoked about. Checks up on the wall. We're not mounted yet, but we will mount it at some point. So hell yeah, we've got a brand new Goodride tyres that we won from winning the last competition as well, which is awesome. So shout out to Goodride, these guys are wicked. And I really needed some new fronts, so that's freaking sick. But yeah, let's get into tidying up the hot side of this Datsun and see if we can't get things to where you guys think that I'm not going to set my car on fire next time I take it for a drive. Yeah. Matthew is here. Hello Matthew.
Hello, how are you? I'm actually doing some work.
I've actually put him to work, so I don't have to do it all. Spark plugs are going in, which is good. That's not the right one there. It's not the right lead. Because it doesn't need a heat sleeve there.
That one?
Yep.
Is that the right one?
Well, I mean, we'll make sure the firing order is right before we actually start it. Nice. One more plug to go. 2 more plugs to go. All right, and then I think we've got the laptop here now, so we can plug it in, pull some fuel out of it, and then start it and get it running all nice, which is sick. New hose clamps on the intercooler hoses so that they don't pop off. Need to do one on this side because that popped off last time I started the car, building up boost pressure. And then I think we'll be ready to start it and just make sure it's making all the right noises. The heat wrap's good as well. Look at that. Not bad. So we'll chuck this back in. What is up, team? It is another day. Sorry that this video is a little bit choppy. We got some really good stuff done on the Datsun last night, and then we got caught up with doing Quina's car, and then kind of that was the end of the night pretty much. But we are at the new digs right now, and I decided Tara's away, so I'm going to take Tara's R34 to the factory. There's actually a car meet going on tonight, so we're going to take this along. This thing is filthy as heck, so it needs a good clean. I'm just going to tidy up a couple of things, and we're going to take this to a car meet tonight. So I think I'll film it. May as well. I don't usually go to car meets. You guys would never have seen me attend one on the channel, so it should be pretty fun. We're going to go with the EVM boys. So pretty much I just want to drive a turbo car and hear some dose. So oh. Ooh. Woo! Loves it. Need to take this thing up the hill sometime. Needs an alignment first. Maybe head up there with clutch kick junkies and have some fun. How good. Good car. What a car. Alright, so back working on the Datsun, and we're doing the little things. The things that we have to keep ticking off the list. So I've taken the front plate off the motor. I've taken the power steering tensioner off the motor. And we're going to paint the stuff. And then we're going to put it back on with all new belts, which is nice. And the aim actually I figured out today is hopefully I can drive this thing kind of out of this space and just outside, just so I can kind of look at it, because it hasn't been driven, like it hasn't moved for so long. So we've made so much progress. But I'm getting a new lead kit, by the way. Like I'm getting a new lead kit. I'm going to get a super tidy one that kind of comes around in here, but for now obviously these leads are just going to have to do. I could tidy these up and make them look like way nicer. We will at some point, but the priority right now is to get this thing smashing for the dyno. So let's paint these bits, let them dry, and then chuck them back in. So we have the new belt on. Pulleys look fantastic, all sprayed black. Slowly getting there, guys. Everything looks awesome. I actually went ahead and organised the leads because they were just really stressing me out, and just cable tied them down for now. But they look a little bit tidier, which is sweet. But overall, just yeah, super pumped. It's really coming together. But now it's just a massively monumental moment for the Z, because I think we're literally going to be able to drive it outside now, which is really exciting. Going to move under its own power for the first time in a very long time. But of course we need to chuck a filter on it because we can't get our Pulsar G30, wait, G25 660? Yeah, G25 660. You know, we want to keep those impellers nice and spicy and sharp and don't want to chip them. So pod filter. This is like a big moment as well for the car. You know, when you put the pod filter on, it's always like a really cool thing to have. Fucking hell. Take 2 for the pod filter. But yeah, it's always a nice moment. I haven't actually even put this on yet, so I have no idea how it's going to look. But I got the red one off the shelf upstairs from Two Step Garage because I feel like the red will go with the rocker cover. But if not, we have black as well. So if it doesn't work, let's see. Get it nice and straight. Boom. Look at that. Yeah. That looks so good. All good. I'll tighten that up. And then we'll jump in the car. I'm going to drive it outside. I'm very nervous. I don't want this thing to go up in a ball of flames, even though all we're doing is driving it like 10 meters. But at the same time, it's just a nerve-wracking time. Hopefully it works. The clutch, I think it all works now. with its new master cylinder and slave even, so who knows, but tweak this guy up so it doesn't fall off. Alright, let's jump in the car. Here we go. Alright. We're in. Sorry for the grainy footage, we are on my iPhone, but it's gonna have to do because I've got the camera filming outside as well. Gotta get them angles. Alright, car's on. Right, clutch. Oh! Brakes work. It's a good sign. Kinda need those. Yeah. Brakes just work. Should we take it on the road? No windscreen? Idle's kind of hunting at the moment. I have like no brakes at all, so I can't really do anything. Alright, Dr. Drift will get angry at me if I get on boost, so we can't do too much more than what we're doing at the moment, but sick! Let's turn around. I should not be doing this right now. Ah, whatever. So good. I am stoked. The engine's warm, by the way. I let it sit in the factory and idle earlier, so for everyone who's going to jump in the comment section and say you shouldn't beat on it when it's cold, it's definitely not cold. Yeah. There you have it, guys. That's crazy. That was very impromptu first drive. I literally was not planning on doing that. I just kind of wanted to pull it out, but I can't help myself. I got too tempted. It sounds so good. Imagine what this thing's gonna sound like at full noise. But there were like no hesitations or anything just then while I was driving it, like under boost or anything. So everything seems to be doing what it should. So hopefully that means we'll have a smooth kind of dyno session without any dramas, but who knows. Looks so Mad Max style at the moment out here. I'm very happy with how this whole thing has come together. I had a vision for it at the start and it's definitely played out super well. That's enough of the Datsun content. We are going to clean the R34 and we're taking that tonight to Akami. But I've also got some awesome news. Joel, who borrowed my Fevo, is going to meet me. We're going to take the Fevo and the R34 to Akami. So this is actually turned into a pretty sick video, which I'm pumped about. But yeah, so good job, Datsun. That's all you need to do for this video, mate. Well done. R34 time. So we're using Foam Mate only foams, the top 0.1% foam creator, which is crazy, but we won this at the Vic Drift competition when we came first, so we're going to use it on the R34. I don't have that like foam thing, so I've just added it. To the water. Alright, let's make this thing sparkly clean. Can't go to a car meet with a dirty car. Alright, car's all clean. I'm now at home, and look who has arrived. Hi, Joel. Oh, nice. And the Fevo. Haven't seen this thing in apparently 3 months, although time flies. Look at this thing, mate. Hell yeah. Alright, let's head to the car meet, I reckon. I'm hungry though, but we'll get food afterwards. I'm so keen. Oh, the R34 is looking so good. We made it down, and this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Autobahn Clayton, shout out. Those guys always hook me up with stuff. Fevo looking good. Skyline looking good. So many people coming. And like the car park's completely full all the way down and all the way down, so it's pretty mad. And then we've got the Corona, Shane, who owns Elite Braking Mechanical, and it's got a 13B in it out of an RX-8 because he knows that that's the conversion you should do. But he's got ITBs on his, so it's way cooler. This thing's tidy as hell. Suss this thing out. It's got drag slicks on the back. Oh, and a full cage. Oh, it's like a full drag car. That's crazy. Damn. Dum-dum-dum. I'm not even mad at this thing, man. 5 stars on Need for Speed Underground straight away for all the street cred. I got a soft spot for the R33 GTR. Such a cool car. It's Fevo's arch nemesis, the WRX. Apart from this thing's actually a WRX and ours is just a Fevo, so we'd probably get crushed by it. Thing's dope actually. Yes, all of the yes. This is the one Datsun that I've never owned, or one of the Datsuns I've never owned, the 1600. It is so freaking cool. I don't know what motor's in it, do not know. Gonna assume it's original, but this thing is freaking beautiful. Whoo, old school is the best. And then there's this nugget. Look at this nugget. Who's that, mate?
Hey, how good is it?
It is sick. I love it.
Hey,
Just max speeding on, it's cool though. Yeah, they're sick wheels, bruh. Nah, supplied by the best company. For real though, looks mad. Coilovers and wheels, slammed, looks good. Head over to EBM's channel if you guys want to see the build on this car. It's mad. It's very cool. Jaguar's E36 hiding back here. This thing's freaking dope. There's no light under here, so it's hard to see, but LTW wing, slammed, super, super tidy. Okay, so we're now back at the workshop. That car meet was pretty fun, not bad. It was really cool to see the Fevo again and to drive the Skyline with the Fevo. It's always good street shucking with friends, but it's kind of difficult to film car meets, especially when there wasn't much light there and it was really spread out and stuff. But I need to attend more car meets because I really don't go to enough. But definitely when we get the Datsun finished, we will be obviously heading to many car meets. But yeah, shout out if you came up and said hi, met a couple of people there, it was awesome. Now we're back with the Datsun, and just before we end the video, I'll show you guys a couple of updates since the car meet. So yesterday, I took a day off, kind of, and I ended up finishing the paint on the engine bay. So now the cowling is all painted at the back, which is super sick, looks really nice. And the whole engine bay is really coming together. Still a buttload of things to tidy up. I threw the front guards back on just to see how it would look with all the base sprayed and it tying together, and it's just getting me really excited for what is to come. Next up for this car is the Dyno tune. It's pretty much ready to throw on the Dyno. I don't think there's anything left to do other than just run this line, which we've blocked off here, to the brake booster with a one-way valve. Other than that, I think it's pretty well good to go on the Dyno, which is pretty exciting. And then after that, we have bodywork and paint. Still deciding exactly what I'm going to do with that. I was going to fly a friend over from New Zealand, but all the coronavirus stuff stuffed that up a little bit. And we're kind of not sure where we are with that. So if you're a car painter and you want to collab and you're here in Melbourne, hit me up, because I'm keen to paint this thing. But I don't really want to paint it myself, because although I have faith that I could do an okay job, the Datsun deserves a phenomenal job. So I'd love to kind of collab with someone, help them out, but ultimately have them spray this car, me film it with them, and hopefully get them some more business in the process, and kind of so we both win. Obviously I'm happy to pay cash, so hit me up if you want to paint the Datsun and you got the skills. But that is it for this video, guys. Sorry it was a bit choppy and back and forth, but nonetheless it was a fun one. The Datsun is coming along in leaps and bounds, and it's not long now till this thing will be back on the road. And yeah, Dyno, throw your guesses in the comments below. I know I posted already and a bunch of you have guessed. My guess personally, I think this thing's gonna make, I'll be happy if it makes anything over 250 horsepower. I'm not going to push it like super hard, so whatever it makes on gate pressure is probably what we'll leave it at. But throw your guesses in the comments below, and anyone who is closest to the guess, not including myself, we'll give away some Drop the Anchor merchandise because, you know. By the way guys, Drop the Anchor, head to the site, check out the merchandise, droptheanchorclothing.com.au, use the code MikeLakeGang, grab yourself, I think it's 15% off, which is pretty rad. We've constantly got new stuff going on the site every week, and we've got a really, really cool new hoodie coming out. It's my favorite hoodie that we've ever produced. Pumped about it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. The channel's growing, I'm pumped on it. Let's get to 20k. Also let me know what you guys want to do for the 20k celebration. I'll do whatever you want other than get naked, but I might do that, who knows. OnlyFans, cheers guys, thanks for watching. Peace.